Hi, hello, this is Mimi, and welcome back to I Am Not a Stylist. Why is that my channel's name? Because, well, I am not a stylist. It's a pun, and it's intended. So, today I'm going to be showing you how to wear foundation makeup when you wear glasses so that it doesn't rub off of your nose. That is a big thing when you wear glasses, and you have to apply your foundation just a tad bit differently. And before we get to that part of the video, I would like you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscription button and give me a 2 thumbs up if you like this video, and tell me what you liked about it in the comments section. Tell me what you didn't like about it in the comments section. Tell me how I can improve. Tell me what you'd like to see. All those kinds of things. But now, on to the subject, which is how to apply foundation when you wear glasses. You can't just slather on from my trial and error foundation onto your face. You really have to learn how to apply it so that it's thinner around your nose and heavier in the cheek section right here. So you want it to be heavier here and then out as it goes through your nose. And the other thing you want to do is to make sure that it thins out as it goes back this way towards your hairline. And that's to keep the look natural. And the reason why you want your foundation to be thinner on the nose, this area, is because the thinnest layer possible won't show any marks or rub off. So you want it thin with the foundation and thin with the powder. And one thing that will help it from rubbing off is to use a long wearing foundation. Like, this is my favorite, the Infallible by L'Oreal. Another tip I can get you is get the closest color match to your skin ever, because the reason why is because you want the layer to be so thin you're almost brushing nothing onto this middle section where your glasses sit. That's the reason why. That is the biggest tip I can give you. Make sure it 100% matches your skin, because when you get to this middle section of your face, you're going to have an extremely thin layer of makeup. Your skin is going to show through. Now let me show you how you do this. You gotta shake this foundation up. I use a brush just because I find that brushes have more control. Sponges are good too. Sometimes I use a sponge, but most of the time I use a brush. Okay. Now, you want to make sure that it's heaviest here, and then when you apply it here, you're going to work down and back first. So you're going to do it like this. Now, excuse me, because I have a mirror in front of me and I am doing my base makeup for the day, so I'm going to be looking down so I can see what I'm doing. So you want to brush it down first and then back so that you get your hair like that. Now, once you get that done, you want to bring it forward. What's left, you're going to go over the side of your nose with. And down onto this smile line. And you want to keep it really thin over the smile line here also, so that it doesn't crease. That's another tip. But you see how thin that is? It's a very thin layer. And then you can go back, and if you're afraid of brush strokes, you can tap into skin really lightly like this. to really help set it in. Brush down onto the neck. Now we're going to do the other side of the face. You're going to do the cheek area here first. And work down from there, out over to the hairline, down onto the neck. You can take it up too. And now we're going to work forward towards the nose. And to the chin. That is as much makeup as you want to put on the center of your face. That's it. Go back and pat it in with the brush. See how this color matches my skin? Exactly. Now, I have a little discoloration around my chin, so I always apply more to my chin. Onto my neck. Then I do my forehead. I'm going to do the center of my forehead and go side to side like this. Again, you're going down onto the nose. So this is the third layer on the nose. Very thin layer and a very dry brush. Over the eyelids with the dry brush. Look at that. Do you see that? Isn't that thin as you can get it? Now we're going to use what's left and work it down onto the neck. Okay. Pick a little bit up of what's left and put a little more on the eyelids. And that is how you apply the base layer. And if you want to, you can put more on your hand. I'm not going to. I'm going to use concealer, and you can go back and spot where you need it, but I'm going to use concealer. And the trick with concealer when you do this method is to get one color that matches your foundation exactly. You don't want to go a shade lighter or a shade darker, because darker will contour and lighter will will just throw off the color. And you just want to put, and if you go lighter and you have dark circles like I do, it'll make your under eyes look gray, and that's not what we're going for. At least that's not what I'm going for, so just want to use a dab. And I use the same brush, and I just hold it by the end, and I use a light patting motion like this. And see, it's the exact color of my foundation, and it literally hides my dark circles without making them look gray. I mean, it just looks like skin. And I'm gonna put a tiny bit more on right there, and that's just like the tiniest amount. And also, it's good to use the tiny amount like this so it won't crease under your eye. And again, you go over your eyelid. Look at that. See how it covers? I mean, it's just an amazing tip, the best tip I can give you. And now we're gonna do the discoloration on my chin. Now I have what looks like a dimple right there. It's not a dimple, it's actually a scar from when I fell off a bike when I was a teenager. And putting a little foundation on, concealer on it will make it come forward rather than dip in. And again, with a really light tapping motion. Now I'm going to show you one side because first, do one side first so you can see the difference. See, this is the concealed side. See how it looks perfectly like my skin color? And this is the unconcealed side. See how concealer that matches your skin makes your face look like it's all skin and not makeup? That's the point of this. And I'm just rubbing what's left of the concealer around my nose. Because you really want the lightest layers possible on that section of your face. And I can't see anything, so I'm going to put my glasses back on to show you. Oh, one other thing. I do use powder, and I suggest you use powder too, and use a little eye makeup brush like this. This is a blending brush. Load your brush with this, and what I do is I load the brush with this powder, rub it into the brush with the cap, and then I apply it under my eyes. Now, like this, just tap it on, just a really light layer. Best powder that I found to do this is the Infallible, I can't see, Infallible Pro Sweep and Lock Translucent Setting Powder, because it literally is sheer. It's sheer, it has no color, it controls oil, it doesn't settle in fine lines. It's really good. It's just like the RCMA powder, but it's a lot easier to find. It's not as cheap per ounce, but it's easier to get your hands on. I highly recommend this powder because it's awesome. And that is how you do face makeup, so that you color correct and everything and conceal all your flaws. You can even see the difference between how smooth the under eye looks with powder and the one that doesn't, but whatever. But that's how you do your powder, your base makeup when you wear glasses. And when you apply your powder, you want to apply your face powder using the same exact application method. You want to start here on your cheek, work back, and then work forward to your face. And if you need to, take a little brush like this one and then go over, here, let me show you this section here and down this part of your face and work it in this tiny little brush, just like that, so that you can get some more oil control without getting a heavy layer of powder on your nose. Because if it cakes up and gets thick on your nose, your glasses will just rub it away and then there's no going back. I hope these tips help you. I hope you like this video, and I will talk to you later. Please, please, please subscribe. Bye-bye.